Yeah, welcome family to this surface code. On this surface code, we want to take a look at who plotted the coup that retired Bishop Abioye. Who are the people who gather together, who sit together, who plan it, who strategize it? How did they plotted it? How did they pull the string? How did they connive? How did they pull the meeting together that plotted his retirement, that got him retired from doing his work? And then I want you to watch this video. So at the end of this video, I want you to think, do you think you will ever see Bishop Abioye in Winners Chapel Church again? Take your time, watch the video. I'll be right back.
Bishop Abioye, the former Assistant General Overseer of the Winners Chapel International or the Living Faith Church, has explained why he is setting up his own ministry after leaving the Living Faith Church Worldwide, also known as Winners Chapel. This is coming just after retirement from office as the Vice President of the Living Faith Church. The revered cleric unveiled plans for a new spiritual platform titled Hour of Revival. The maiden edition of the Hour of Revival took place recently at the Velodrome of the National Stadium in Abuja, drawing a large crowd of participants from diverse backgrounds. Addressing the attendees, Bishop Abioye emphasized that the initiative was a divine directive. Bishop Abioye further clarified that the Revival platform is not his personal project but an ordained mission by God. He also called on participants to embrace personal revival as a pathway to corporate revival, expressing his hope that everyone in attendance would be transformed into fire catchers and fire spreaders. The Hour of Revival, which is open to both saved and unsaved individuals, serves as an interdenominational prayer platform to rekindle spiritual fire and inspire personal and collective renewal. However, so many pastors and members of the church have come up with different stories, some stating that Bishop Abioye left the church in anger, others saying that the real reason why Bishop Abioye was retired was not known. However, a former pastor of Living Faith Church, also known as Winners Chapel, wrote an article titled Shiloh Without Bishop Abioye, Fact and Lessons, which is being circulated online. A follow-up interview with him gives a deeper insight into the politics of the retirement of Bishop Abioye, the SY pastor of the church who has since moved on to start his own ministry. As soon as Bishop Abioye was retired from the church, so many people waited to see if he would show up in the year's Shiloh, but true to their expectations, he did not. There has been a lot of reaction from people on social media and offline concerning the retirement of Bishop Abioye and his absence from the Shiloh. To be candid, stories has it that Bishop Oyedepo has suffered great persecution from resident pastors across Nigeria. It was so much that very trusted pastors betrayed him in so many fronts. There was a time in an international conference that Oyedepo announced that his wife was critically ill to the point of death, and so many pastors were wishing her dead. The fact is that most things we see from the outside does not reflect the reality from the inside. Oyedepo, from the actions of his pastors, learned the hard way not to trust anyone fully. To be honest, you may wish to inquire from any resident pastor who at all is still pastoring in Living Faith Church, especially those who were ordained at least 14 years ago. There are two categories of pastors in Winners Chapel: the Papa's boys and the Abioye's boys. Papa's boys are those who have direct link to Papa and are loyal to him, whereas Abioye's boys were those who were loyal to Abioye. So many pastors who came into the ministries as at 2010 came with pure zeal to serve God, not knowing that there are internal political power play that goes on within the mix. One of the pastors who is resigned now actually shared his story. Said after his appraisal in 2010, he was informed by a top official that he was among the top in his set, that is 2009 to 2010. He was told that by his appraisal, he was transferred to one of the big churches in the eastern part of Nigeria with over 1,000 members. He waited for days and weeks for the transfer letter to get to him, but it didn't, even though he had verified knowledge of the transfer to that particular branch. To his surprise, the letter finally came, but it read that he was transferred to Living Faith Church in another branch to become the Pastor 1, meaning that he was the senior pastor of that branch. He actually felt bad at first, but he took it as a sign that God is leading him to that place. At the new location, He planted so many churches, and in a short while, he was pastoring the 4 churches. However, he struggled to adopt the new reality which he saw in the ministry. After struggling for some months, he decided to follow the trend and join the group that was holding sway, which was the Abioye's boys. Like magic, everything started to fall in place for him. He started enjoying some of the privileges and love to the extent that he was asked to pick where he wanted to serve or where he wanted to be transferred to. To be candid, Bishop Oyedepo was very much aware of the Abioye's boys thing and the great influence they commanded, especially within the church in Nigeria. They were the richest and were posted to branches that were strong financially. They practically frustrated most of Bishop Oyedepo's boys out of the nation. But just as they say, old soldier never dies. Bishop Oyedepo stands out to be one of the most patient people and is very tactical. One day in another pastor's meeting, Bishop Oyedepo announced that he was going to pattern the church succession plan after that of Kenneth Hagin. This implied that one of his 2 sons will have to join the ministry and will be his successor. That gave rise to the mandate. The mandate itself went through a lot of reviews because some of these pastors were taking advantage of the content of the mandate to carry out some self-serving actions. As such, the mandate at the time was suspended and subjected to a very critical review. One may ask, was Bishop Abioye aware of the existence of a powerful clique codenamed the Abioye's Boys? I think he was very much aware because whenever it was time for his birthday, pastors who were loyal to him were tasked to bring monetary gifts that was usually collated and sent to him, including the names of the pastors and the church branch they pastored. Bishop Oyedepo practically left the running of the church in Nigeria to Bishop Abioye and did not bother to know what was going on except for Canaanland Ota, the headquarters. So Bishop Abioye held sway. However, Bishop Oyedepo, having decided to hand over the church to Pastor David Jr., concentrated on tutoring the young man by himself in Ota and creating an enabling environment for a young man to command influence and respect among pastors. This will not be possible if some of the old war horses who were with Papa were not shown the exit door, from the greatest to the least, hence the retirement age strategy. Well, before now, it was believed that Living Faith Church Goshen Abuja was built by Bishop Oyedepo as a parting gift for Bishop Abioye. So the plan was to make him the life resident pastor of Living Faith Church Goshen Abuja. However, it was discovered that if Abioye is still in the system and David Jr. takes over, the young man will not enjoy the sovereignty to do as occasion serves him as the president of Living Faith Church worldwide. Hence, the difficult but only decisive decision to retire Bishop Abioye and Bishop Aremo, though Aremo was just a co-victim, not the main target. Whether you believe it or not, this decision came to Bishop Abioye as a rude shock, although his wife loved it because his wife has always been of the opinion that the husband should start his own ministry long ago instead of doing a second fiddle to Bishop Oyedepo. Little wonder it did not come to so many people as a surprise when Bishop Abioye floated a non-denominational outreach ministries almost immediately after retirement. This outreach is likely to metamorphosize into a full-time denomination in months or years to come. To be candid, Bishop Oyedepo did not do Abioye any wrong. He only transformed Bishop Abioye and gave him the brand that everyone refers to as a loyal servant and lieutenant. Bishop Oyedepo made Abioye one of the wealthiest pastors in Africa, and to be honest, Abioye is the wealthiest pastor or priest in history who does not own or run a private ministry worldwide. In Winners Chapel, Bishop Abioye was the de facto president of the commission, and that retirement came to him like a coup masterly plotted and executed. Finally, let no Winners Chapel member expect to see Bishop Abioye around Living Faith Church events except on some face-saving exceptions so that wrong impressions will not be sustained.
You've seen the video, you watched the voice whatsoever. So, do you ever think, what do you think, like, the people that plotted this, who planned it? Is it the young man that is thinking, oh, I don't want to be second fiddle to this man? Or it was pre-planned? Because I believe Abioye doesn't even know that something like that is coming to him. And then do you ever think that this Abioye will ever attend Shiloh again, or will ever attend Winners Chapel Church, or to just go for a visit or to go to preach, or he will just focus on his own ministry? Do you ever think of such, or what do you think, or what do you feel? What's your thoughts from this video? Or in general, your view aside this video, in general, what do you think caused the retirement of Bishop Abioye? In your whatever you think, let's interact in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share. God bless.